We can't store our RV at our house here in Nipomo due to the rules in our Trilogy Monarch Dunes development. We can park it for only 2 days while loading or unloading. So we store our RV 3 miles away at ARV RV Storage just off Highway 1 on Sheridan Road. Here are some drone videos I shot there. The altitude of the drone in this video ranges from 100 to 400 feet. That's my Honda Odyssey minivan just above and to the right of the center of the picture. It's parked facing my Roadtrek RV, which is parked next to the larger fifth wheel at the top of the picture. You can see me walking from the RV to the minivan. I'm trying to figure out where to stand so that there's some shade on the iPad that I'm looking through the drone camera with. When the sun hits the iPad, you cannot see what it is showing. So I've got a sheet in the minivan that's light tight, and I'm occasionally throwing it over my head so that I can see the iPad display. The sheet actually worked fairly well. It would be a little hot if I had it on a long time in the sun. Plus, it is helpful to be able to actually see the drone so you can tell where it is and which way it's going and all that stuff, even though you can tell all that from the display. But it just makes me nervous flying a drone when I can't actually see the drone. I can only see through the drone camera. Quite windy, and some of these motions, the drone is supposed to compensate for all these motions, but it doesn't do a perfect job of it if the wind's too strong. In a normal wind, light wind, the drone is just rock solid, so the pictures don't move at all when you're filming. You do see some moire effect, at least on the display in my editor. I'm not sure if it'll show up in the final video. You see rippling lines that appear when there are straight lines in the video. It's especially noticeable when I film in my tract. The roofs patterns have straight lines on them, and they ripple when you move the drone camera around. I'm rotating the drone so that the picture will rotate. Now my RV is pretty much slightly below the center of the picture, and of course the minivan's in front of it now. Above it now in the picture. Actually, I think the drone was at 300 feet because now I'm going up to, I think the maximum altitude during this video was 400 feet. So I think now it's at 400 feet. I'm moving the drone camera so you can see more of the storage lot. There are a lot of RVs here. At 400 feet, my Odyssey and my Roadtrek look pretty tiny in the picture. I'm bringing the drone down now. The iPad display has an altitude readout on it and also shows which way the drone is pointed. So you know which way it's going to move when you move the controls. It's very confusing if you didn't have that, because if it's pointed toward or away from you, the controls are all reversed. You move the stick in the same direction and the drone will go in the opposite direction if it's been turned around. I did smash it into my house one time several months ago when I was learning how to fly it. I got confused as to which way was away from the house, and I drove it into the house. Didn't damage the drone, did knock the battery out. Scared the heck out of me, but it still worked. Did break a propeller. I had to replace the propeller. Most of the RV lot is gravel. I am lucky this time. I was able to park the Roadtrek on a paved area in the storage lot. The Odyssey is to the right of center, and the service bay at the RV park is to the right of the Odyssey. All those RVs along there are being serviced. It's kind of interesting. Years ago, I had a RV in it with a Ford engine in it and a Ford chassis, And I called up Ford and said, who in the area can work on my Ford chassis? And he recommended the mechanic here at the ARV storage facility. He said he's the best mechanic in the area for working on RVs with Ford engines. They sell propane here at the storage lot, and they also have a dump facility, so it's pretty much a full service storage lot. They have an area where you can wash your RV, and you can get up on a raised platform on both sides of it so you can wash the roof properly. It's a busy place. This was shot on a Monday, and there was just constantly people were bringing RVs into the storage area, bringing RVs into the service area for servicing, taking them out of the service area, just juggling them around. I didn't film all those transitions, but they all happened while I was there. That's one of the service trucks right there from ARV. It has, it's fully gated. It has a keypad entry and exit. And they have in the office, they sell a few RV supplies. It's by no means a full RV store, but they do have a few things there. Things like toilet paper, maybe a hose, things like that, some minor things. For more complete RV supplies, you need to go to regular RV stores in the area. I'm bringing the drone down now. And I did have it out in front of the RV a bit, and I'm bringing it back over toward the RV so that I can land it in front of the RV on that paved area that's in the center of the picture right now. As I said, it's a little windy today, so you do want to have some room around where you're landing the drone just in case the wind tries to take it sideways, although the drone's pretty good about compensating for that. It is GPS controlled, and it has an accelerometer in it and all kinds of instruments, so it tends to pretty much keep its position. You can see how large the gravel's getting, which means you're getting very, very close, and you can see the shadow of the drone propellers. So it's on the ground, and I'm shutting it off.